All right, everybody, welcome aboard. Thank you for being here tonight. It's the first meeting of 2026. We're glad everybody is here tonight, January 5th. And behind the desk, we have town staff, Wade and Niles. Again, all of my fellow commissioners, wishing you all a happy new year, happy 2026 to everybody. It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
I'd say it's been a little while, but we spent so much time in December together that it was. I was actually happy to have a break, and not from you guys, of course. Love hanging out with you guys. We already have adjourned a closed session, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So at this point in time, we'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll be the one that kicks us off.
Oh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wow, we were totally in sync on that one.
That was weird.
Well, yeah, usually somebody's on the coming in on there that's totally throwing me off. So today we're not doing that. All right, guys, glad everybody's here tonight. Again, we'll get an update on the flag. Yeah, as its a reminder, Niles. I know
we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Earlier this evening. So.
All right, save us all the drama. Appreciate that. All right, you guys. So you're here, and I know that all the holiday lighting winners will want to stay through that the entire meeting tonight. So we're going to wait till the very end before. No, I'm just kidding you. We're not going to do that. We have not only do we have certificates, but we have some gifts for you. And we're going to want you to come all up. We'll call you up. Don't rush the stage. We'll come up and do a presentation for you and a congratulations and a thank you, one at a time. And Ed, my vice president, if you will come on over and assist me in this one. Now, normally this would be Tara Scholes doing this. We just get to sit behind the desk and applaud. But what's her deal?
She's on vacation.
She's on vacation.
After doing all the
As
holiday
she
lighting
should
ceremony
be.
stuff, she needs some time down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what it came down to?
Move. Hey Ed. Move his microphone this way.
I will do that.
Like turn it around so that it can catch you guys.
Actually, they can hear you in the microphone.
Oh, thank you. All right, very good. Appreciate that. I should know this. Okay, you guys. So this is Tara's script, extra big type, so I don't have to use my glasses. Home is where you hang your lights. So we've asked our residents to get into the holiday spirit and dazzle us with their decorations. The town of Poolesville, again, hosted our revised holiday lighting contest this year, which is a contest that is open to all Poolesville residents and businesses. To participate in the contest, you had to register your home or business at Town Hall, and your registration form had to be received back by December 9th. So again, we'll be doing this, I imagine, next year, and we'll have all the same criteria, same dates, et cetera. So if you don't want, do we know if the winners are eligible to win next year, or is there a lag time?
I don't remember that.
Don't have that.
All right,
Yeah.
town staff, get back to me on that one. But anyway, above all else, we want to thank everybody that's already come in and done a great job. And there was a lot of participation. There was an online map, as you guys know, that you could click on and see all the participating houses. I know quite a few people that came through Poolesville clicked on it, saw what the houses were. We had a great number of voters. I love the way the contest is being handled. So the community then voted based on the map and came up with the winners for each of the categories. So the categories is what I actually texted Tara on today because I wanted to find out, like, okay, how did we come up with the categories? Because you have to kind of, if you're sitting behind the desk, you should have a pretty good idea why we do this, right? And she gave me a good insight on each one of them, and I'm not going to expand too far onto that, but there are different categories, and the people voted for each one. So the first one is going to be the Griswold Award, which was the best use of lights. And if I saw that house and I thought, yes, that is the best use of lights, and I'm hoping that you guys can come decorate my truck next year because that was an amazing. You said yes? Is that what you said? Yes? Okay. All right, Matt.
Wow.
Best use of lights, Matt Cook and family at 17938 Bliss Drive. Come on up, guys. Awesome job. That is definitely one that I saw. So congratulations. You did it. You get this?
Thank you.
You get this certificate, which is redeemable for a certificate. Great job. Great job.
Stay up there.
Oh, yeah, picture time. Sorry about that. And got your bag, you got your picture.
Wait for Dad.
Come on, yeah, there he goes.
All right.
Here,
I like
right
that
there.
shirt. I'm gonna use a group picture.
Oh, okay, you want to do that, you want individual? Come on.
Let me take them and I'll send them to you.
You have
Yeah.
too much space in the newspaper?
No, I don't know. So no, I gotta worry. It's still print, you know. It's not like the internet. I don't.
Not digital.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. I can tell when Randy.
Stay right up.
Thank you, guys.
If you just get, I'm gonna take a group.
All right, that's good. All right, the next up is the Misfit Toy Award, and it's the best use of inflatables. Now, I have to admit, I wasn't a big deal about inflatables. Now I love seeing inflatables no matter where they are, and I love it. So that ends up going to Patty Mitchell at 19355 Hempstone Avenue. Yes, Patty. Woo! Good job.
Thank you very much.
That's a big win because there's plenty of inflatables in town. So you really had to bring it home.
Thank you very much, yes. When there's a windstorm, that's my.
Yes.
Just
right.
gonna say,
Oh, I love a good human interest story. Tell me more. All right, very good. Thank you.
Do your best balloon smile. Inflatable.
balloon smile.
There you go. That was it. Thank you again. Congratulations. Good job. All right, this family is no stranger to anybody in town. They've done a great job this time with it. It's Candy Cane Lane is the name of the award, and it's the best overall theme. Now, I like when people actually put together a theme. That takes a little bit of thought, and you could tell they did it this time. Our winners are the wines, Kathy Wine in particular, at 19908 Spurrier Avenue. Come on up. Do you have any words to say after your big victory? Okay, here comes some words now.
Can I share, well, I don't know who, maybe I can talk to you all
Yeah.
too. We have a nativity in our front yard.
Yes.
And that nativity belonged to Jane Hoddle, Joan Carroll's sister.
Okay, Joan Carroll, yes.
And she lived on Westerly Avenue years ago. And every Sunday in church, I would tell her in December how much I loved that nativity. And so she moved away over 30 years ago. And on her way out of town, she stopped at my house and knocked on the door. And she said, I have something for you. And she took me to the back of her car. And she said, because you love this so much, I wanted to give it to you. So for the last 30 years, over 30 years, we put that same nativity
That is awesome.
in our yard.
Fantastic. It's a great story.
It really meant a lot to us to be recognized this year because that nativity means so much to us. Anyway,
It's
that's
a
it.
beautiful activity, and I did not know the history of that. And so this means you're going to leave it to another Poolesville family one year time. Right?
Yes.
That's
Which is
you're on
probably
record.
We did
sooner than
upgrade it
later.
this year. We kind of deteriorated over 30
Well, that's
years, so
okay.
we
You
had
got
to upgrade it.
That's right.
It's a new-
Upgrading is fine.
new
Not
30-year-old
upgraded
nativity.
in changing it in any way, just kind of
Repair and restore.
All right, that's great. There's your
Thank you.
certificate. Thank you for the camera. Good
you
job.
go.
Appreciate that.
Hey, come on up one more time.
Nice.
Everybody-
Oh, everybody, come on
everybody
up one more time. Sorry.
Get in a minute. Jim, on one.
Commissioners, you want to stand up and get a part?
We can absolutely do that.
Want us just photobombing?
And I have one more after this, but we'll just do that one because they're not here.
Yeah, that's good.
You guys,
Everybody's feel.
good job, guys.
I gotta back up. That's great. That's a good picture. Everybody smile. Say, happy holiday. Looking good. All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And so I do have two more that I'm going to announce to the audience, the ones that stay. But the other winners that we end up having are my friends, the Hedricks, in Brightwell Crossing. They won for the Home for the Holidays Award, which was the best traditional lighting that they've done, which was pretty amazing over on Bliss Drive. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the Merry Marketplace Award, the business with the merriest holiday spirit, it has to be the Sweet Lemon with Katie Horan. So let's hear it for those other winners.
Did Katie get a gift certificate of Sweet Lemon?
Katie gave herself a gift certificate. For the Sweet Lemon. So that's it. Anyway, you guys, you can use this moment to go back home if you like. what, Sarah, stick around for more of the fun. Thank you for coming tonight and thank you for being part of the presentation. Commissioner,
Thank you.
Drive on that. I give you the minute to walk out.
Hey, don't worry, if Jim said that to us, we'd leave too.
Yeah, you guys gotta stay.
All right, good
All right,
night, you all.
thanks
Take
again,
care.
guys. Good effort. Good job. Good
Jim,
job.
fix your mic.
Appreciate it. Keep an eye on me. Thank you. All right, that was good. So that was a nice setup. The guys did a good job on that, and that was a lot of fun. And we just got to get more participation every year. We got to grow that a little bit. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, commissioner announcements, committee reports. Brian, since you have to leave at 7:30 or supposedly.
No, I don't.
You can. I wouldn't blame you if you did. No, let's start at the end. We'll go with Alan's because I know we got to keep a rhythm here.
Yep. All right. So Parks Board, actually, we met December 3rd. Went over a number of items, of topics, actually. I think the biggest one was an Eagle Scout mural project. We had discussed it over possibly having it at Stevens Park, but with the existing tennis wall and the inability to retain any kind of paint, we've painted it twice, one professionally, one inside town, because it wicks so much water from the ground itself. So the paint actually peels off, but we're coming up with different locations, possibly the band shell,
Okay.
over by skate park again, we had talked about that. Ironically, it was fortuitous that I'm also on the Parks, Maryland Parks and Rec MPRA board, or not on the board, but I'm one of the
Representative.
representatives of it. They actually had a mural class that I took just like 2 days after this presentation, which was,
Nice. You have
well,
some good ideas. Huh?
it is overwhelming what you can do with murals between
Awesome.
like the entire court of a basketball court, paintings on different, walls and buildings. Obviously, there's grant opportunities for all that. So, I think I sent you some information.
Yeah, I have the
Niles,
information.
We just, it's December.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
And the resident and the Eagle Scout is going to work up a design to present to the Parks Board.
Correct.
We're just coordinating when she'll come back for that.
Yep, and it wouldn't even be until the weather,
Yeah.
permits to. So we're talking May, June possibly, but we have a lot to do. Other than that, don't want to go into too much detail about the specifics of that. We talked about the farmer recognition sign on Whalen Commons again, that we had, definitely got to figure out the exact location. I know we liked it over here on the corner of, not close to the sign, but it's kind of
Yeah.
in between the sidewalk and, so it's more visually pleasing to people that are coming down Fisher.
Time out. Town staff, any problems with that location?
So Preston was at the meeting where it was discussed. So
Right.
the idea is to put it kind of closer to the corner, away from the sign, but still accessible. But it's not where we put things for events and things like that. So it's a prominent location, but it's not in the way of other things that we do on the commons.
And is there room there for future art installation?
So that's the part that we have to work out how big what it is that we'll actually put for the farmers will be.
And what the
That's-
line of sight will be coming out of here. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we aren't at that point to determine, it yet because we don't have dimensions and things like that.
Okay.
But it's, it's an important, it's an important recognition for the town and the farmers and for what we really stand on and support. Moving on to, we actually had Kathy Mim come in and talk about the pump track, or the bicycle pump track. There's so many different designs you can do. Talks about money. I think the cheapest was like $40,000 to start. There's so many different designs and applications, but we're going to plan on having sometime in January a little field visit over to the one in Germantown, so we can get an idea of how they utilize theirs, what it looks like. And again, we got to find a location in Poolesville.
I was
For
going
this
to
to
say, is
happen.
there a location identified? yet,
Correct.
or-
Right. And obviously, over by the skate park would be nice, but with a community center there, that would be a non-starter. So, But again, I'll follow up. We are actually not having a meeting this month because we have a limited agenda. But in March or in February, I will update us on some of the our site visit and so on and so forth. Traffic updates obviously are always, important with sidewalks. The SHA came out, did their studies. They're going to actually paint continental striping on the existing crosswalks across the street from Haller and the church, over by Spates Hill and Fisher. So I don't know when they're going to do that, but
You haven't heard yet a timeline
Right.
yet.
which coincides with our safety meeting
Yeah.
that we're going to have for them on Saturday. So, what else do we have here? Obviously, we had Christmas tree lighting and everything. That was good. That's always a fun time. We added more this year, I think. I don't know what
Yeah,
our
there are
plan
more-
is.
there-
I don't know what our plan is for next year, but
More.
There will be a suggestion at least for more.
we're going to by default probably have more once these houses are built. So we're going to have, more houses that have lights on them. So, had a couple of events snow events and ice events that the town took care of. So always, applaud Preston and the crew. They're always on top of it. Sidewalks were clear, streets were clear, so on and so forth. So, let's see what else we have. Other than that is about it. Like I said, we're going to skip this month's meeting, but we will be having ours in February.
Great, Alan, thanks. So, I just want to interrupt for 1 minute. Just want to let you know, Neil, that the commissioners voted after our closed session to approve you to join the Board of Zoning Appeals. So I didn't know if you had a game to watch tonight, but it's I want to watch it too. Don't trust me, I want to watch it. But we want to let you know that you've been fully approved and that you're being expected to join the committee, and town staff is going to let you know what your next steps are. So thank you for volunteering, and thanks for the good info.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congrats. Appreciate it. Yes. And welcome to the club.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Thank you for that, Alan. Thanks for the report, Brian. You can tell us what you got going on.
Yeah, I can't find the agenda we haven't gotten the minutes yet, have we?
No, so at the last meeting, we had just did the variance.
I
Sorry.
I just want to make sure you
Yeah.
haven't sent them.
No, yeah, I hadn't sent them over.
Because you sometimes send them to my Gmail, and sometimes
Yes.
send them to my Poolesville address.
I tried to do it to the Poolesville one, but sometimes.
Anyway, sorry to drag this out, but we had an extension request from Mr. Jameson, and we felt like he had done enough to show interest in developing that land, so we extended that request as he requested another year, right?
Correct.
Yep. And we had a variance for a shed, which our friends at the Board of Zoning Appeals will be looking at later this week, and I think we voted to recommend approving the variance.
Wow, throwing it right in Neil's lap, right
Right
off
in
the
Neil's
bat.
lap.
It'll be January 27th.
Okay.
Will be the zoning appeals meeting.
And that's all I remember from the meeting.
Okay, good. Well, nothing to do with water or discussion?
It'll be in January.
January. But that agenda hasn't come up.
Correct.
yet.
That won't be out until later this week, but
Yep.
we'll connect on that too.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Ed, Sarah?
Awesome. I'll start and then Ed fill in. We have not met since our last meeting. However, we have had some events. We had our rally, our unhappy 5th anniversary rally at White's Ferry. We had nice, thank you. We had a fantastic turnout and really great media coverage. We've counted at least 10 different media outlets that have covered it. We had a really moving Charles Dickens performance and great performances by some local talent.
Yes. How about my British accent?
It
Made some work.
was
Made some work.
I have never heard anything like it.
Thank you.
It was
You know, that's a good
Thank
way to
you.
put it.
Yeah.
I accept that for what it is.
Politically correct answer to give.
Yeah, there is no good answer for that one.
I don't know if it was the British accent or the people's lips that were freezing.
That was a good one, too.
Yeah, kudos to
Let me just get
everyone.
one
It was
behind
great.
here, That's all.
Put one right in front of my name if you want.
Yeah, stick them right there in
There's no
between.
reason for them not to be up.
Want to try to do it this way?
Will it fit?
Slide it over so it's behind the conduit.
There you go.
That's two.
Let's do, but I think.
Yeah, anybody having bubble gum?
Jim, can you slide it behind?
There
the
you go,
conduit?
bubble gum.
He was gonna- yeah.
Wait, what do you want me to
Can you
do?
slide it behind the conduit a little bit?
I thought
No,
about
it's
that,
not-
but it
it's
looks
not.
like it's
It's-
pressed
it's
fully
so
against.
hard on there?
Let you a couple
Okay.
pieces of this.
There you go. Mentos gum.
Yeah, we're good, that's good enough, and put that one in front.
Yep.
Awesome.
We get the Grinch, man, he's there.
I like this.
Yes, the
From
Grinch
now on,
showed
this is-
up.
This is our
You
spot.
want this one in front?
Get some great
In front of
food.
Wait, what are you saying?
Strange resemblance.
It's always great to get together as a community. And I don't know if you have any other updates when I'm done to share on that, if there's been any other
I'll give
developments.
some, yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for
that'd be
that.
great.
Appreciate it.
Let's see. Also, we have been working on our video shorts to use in the public and representative persuasion on social media. I was going to say, if you look at your email accounts, you all should have gotten a document that has links to 9 different short video clips that'll be used on Facebook and Instagram, featuring stories from different residents in our area and how different key issues impact them. So I encourage you to take a look at those and then help us magnify their circulation when you see them. Share them with your friends. We're also going to be doing our muster email on January 13th, the day that the county council comes back in session. And finally, we are also working on an at-large candidate and county executive debate to be held likely on either March 23rd or April 27th. We're still waiting to hear back from a couple people. Oh, and I guess finally, this is a smaller but exciting development. Link has been working with Plenty Magazine to do an article on the lack of good public transportation in our area. So again, just another opportunity to highlight some of our key issues. So
Right.
great job, Link. And that is all for me. If you want to add,
No, you covered it. You covered it all.
Very good.
right.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, for Sustainable Poolesville, we did not meet in December, so our next meeting will be coming up in this month. So at our next commissioners meeting, I'll have some updates to share.
Okay. Is that it? That doesn't give me time to write down all the stuff I was writing down. Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate?
You know what, I'll go through. I wanted to,
You shortened it.
I just want to say the rally, I think, was critical to, we had a great turnout with our representatives. And we had, I don't know, probably 100 people, 120 people there, braving the single-digit
was
wind chills
windy and
probably.
cold.
It was good, but, we were pretty steadfast on our position, and, I don't know if it's, after 5 years, you should be, But again, we had a busy month of December, and to get that 5th year in was critical.
Yeah.
So, and thanks for TK for all your help on that. All the organizers.
Yeah.
So it
The
takes a
chamber
lot of
really
work.
stepped up. Great job.
Takes a lot of work. As soon as we get it
Yeah.
up, yep. So,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Yep.
Tom, you're here. Go ahead, Sarah.
Well, I just wanted to say one of my favorite parts was the dedication of those who ate the cake with the black frosting and were walking around with the black lips and the tongue for the rest of the time.
It was like 2 days later for me. That was something else. That was Link's
The
call on the
stain
black. On
of
the
an
black.
unhappy anniversary
Yeah.
cake.
I can tell you.
Black was the appropriate color.
It was. It was.
So when
great.
my wife ordered the cake, they asked her. They're like, "Are you sure you want it?" They go, "This is going to last. It's not. We're like, okay, no, that's what I told them we were getting. That's what we're getting.
I feel like that's good. It's like a representative of like the
Right.
stain on
Yeah.
our community,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
2 days later, you can.
Symbolic.
I had some on my knuckle. Like I washed my hands like this, but I had some on that.
You gotta take that cake across the river.
Yeah, that was great. So, Alan, point well taken. Just add a couple things to this. So, just I asked Niles to put something out online and to the residents about making sure that the sidewalks of cross. And so, I want to mention it in person, in public, to all the thousands of viewers that are out there that it's that keeping the sidewalks clean is every resident and business's responsibility. And they have to take that seriously. There were several places that are heavily traveled areas up by, say, not Bassett's. Bassett's did a good job on theirs, but other around that corner that were not done, and they were slippery as heck. So I just ask all the residents, and thanks Niles for putting that right out there. Like the next snowfall, they've got to take it. People have to take that responsibility. It's a big deal. So. We have a lot of people that are walking in town these days. You see them all the time, even in the cold weather. And some of the sidewalks are just downright treacherous. So, not our fault. Our guys do a great job, of course. The White's Ferry rally was a big success, and the reason why I can tell you this is twofold. One is that obviously we picked up media from everywhere, and when I say picked up, I mean we drove it, and the media went everywhere. In fact. I had somebody from Washington State send me a note, and I was like, all right, that's as far away from here as it can get, and you saw it, so good for you. And it was picked up by a network affiliate in Washington State that picked up one of our local affiliates' stories. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Good to see. Part two is that it has spurred on more conversations. And some of those conversations can't be shared because they're going back and forth between the principals. But there are some things out there that are floating around that I don't know if they're going to take or not, but both parties have actually shown some willingness to have further conversations on slightly different directions than what have been proposed. So I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but the conversations are out there. And I actually put it in an email to Chris Conklin earlier tonight to this is something we can share is, so what's on the table is getting permanent easements on both sides, and then both sides walk away from the ferry business, period. There's easements that are created, and the ferry is donated or, becomes. So my note to Chris Conklin was, what happens if that happens? Who's operating the ferry? Is that ferry the one that gets operated? Right. Is it an independent company that's going to come in? Is it going to be a whole different ferry that's
Be the county.
Is it going to be the county operating the ferry? So it's like in case we get what we're looking for, how's it going to work? Mm-hmm. So we put that email to him, and we'll see if he responds. And both him and Emil were there from DOT. We're at the rally, which is pretty cool. And all of our elected officials that are important to us, besides Mark Elrich, and he did have Dale there. And it was a great rally, and it has spurred on these conversations. And raise your hand if you're happy that I cut off Robin Ficker. Anybody? God, he's annoying. And I did explain to him. I didn't cut him off because of who he is. I cut him off because the people that were up on the stage and giving speeches were all critical to the effort of getting White's Ferry back. And he has no position on that whatsoever. He's never done anything. So he just didn't belong up on the stage. He wanted to come up on stage and give a speech. I was like, this isn't the place, buddy. So anyway, he's still welcome to come to the meetings and talk to us. It just wasn't the right place for him then. So yes, White's Ferry's got some stuff going on. Link, so they came in through Wade, but Link and I have been engaged with Sharon Anthony, who's our up-county board representative. Up-county. Is she ours, Link? Is she our up?
She represents our area.
Yeah.
But she's also the dean of Montgomery College.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So it's good to have.
What's her name again?
Sharon Anthony.
Sharon Anthony.
Sharon Anthony.
So we want to try to leverage. We're going to try to leverage Sharon in a good way. It's better for all of us if we have a good relationship with Montgomery College, and it's also important that she knows what we stand for. She sent a note to Wade, which was very nice, but I don't think you've ever been approached by anybody from the Up County Board before. And
Yeah, for a while.
yeah, well, we did actually had a representative here. So But it was good because now we get a chance to tune her up on everything that we're looking for, and which we will definitely do that as time goes on. So, and then last but not least, and this just hurts to talk about it, but you guys probably know that our longtime resident Kevin Carmack died. And Kevin Carmack was absolutely one of the greatest guys. He developed a disease a number of years ago. His family moved up to New Jersey to get better care for him and to be more surrounded by family. This is a guy that coached all sports, was an all-time great guy. He's one of Tim Pike's best friends. Everybody in the community knew him, and I just love that guy to death. And he passed away from this disease after just a day or two after going into hospice. So I just wanted to say up front, I mean, my phone's been, there's a bunch of us that, like Coach PBA and did stuff all the way through, and PAA sports, everything. He was just such a great guy and a great hitter, was a lifelong NASA guy, and just was tremendous dude, and way too young. I think he was 61 or 62. I know he's younger than I am, damn it. But he was a good guy, and it was just a shame to see him go. So to Kevin, we're going to miss you, buddy. You were a contributor. You were a Poolesville icon. You did a great job for us. The kids have all benefited from it. His kids are wonderful kids that have all been, played sports and did all kinds of cool stuff here, there, everywhere. Laura Carmack, his wife, is an amazing person and also a great contributor to the Poolesville life when they were living here. So anyway, I just wanted to say that about Kevin. So appreciate everybody's moment on that one. Thank you. All right, very good. So that's the end of our commissioner reports. If anybody else has anything to add to it?
Real quick, you want to talk Fred Swick Gymnasium?
Yeah, let's talk about the dedication of that too. Yeah, and so I appreciate the opportunity, either you or I or whoever can handle
You
it.
can go ahead. I mean, yeah.
So, this is like talking about people that have passed is so painful. So everybody knows everybody should know or does know who Fred Swick was, right? He's another one of those Poolesville icons. He coached all kinds of sports throughout his entire career. He was a mentor inside the high school. He was like a father figure to many when he was inside the high school. His office door was always open. He counseled a ton of kids. We ran the Poolesville, the Falcon basketball camp for 20 years together. And one thing I really loved about Fred, first of all, his family is intertwined everywhere. The Gardeners and some are in Urbana, but there's a lot of Swicks all over the place. And great legacy. You saw when we did the ceremony to name the gym after him, it was the whole spread across, from baseline to baseline was all Swicks, except for me, trying to be a Swick in the middle of all that. And what a great, outstanding family. Thank you for bringing it up, Alan, because it's, time flies. But I give Link a lot of credit. We worked hard to get something Montgomery County doesn't do is name gyms after people. And naming football fields after people isn't something that's easily done either. So in the past couple of months alone, now we've named our football field after Mr. Lyles, and then we have this name in our court with his signature on the court, Fred Swick. Trivia, his signature in the one spot on the court is exactly where he stood when he coached games. So it's a kind of cool spot to look at that and know that Fred was there. And his family is super special to Poolesville. Most of them are around here too. Loved running the Falcon camp with him. Devastated when I found out, when he passed. I'd talked to him just 2 days before. This was a number of years ago. He was also cited by the governor's office, got proclamations both in life and death. Won the state championship for basketball, which was super cool. Coach boys, coach girls, just an outstanding member of the Poolesville community, and no better fitting tribute than to have the court named after him. Link, I appreciate everything you did on that. Gina Grubb obviously drove the boat on it. Alan drove the boat on it. A bunch of us thought it was just one of the most important things we could do when that school was being built. So thank you for the reminder. And Fred was a great guy, and I love that guy. So I miss him to this day. Good dude. Falcon Camp's not the same without him. Because he could coach kids, and they'd be like a loving grandfather, and then he could pull me aside. He's like, man, she cannot play. I'm like, well, all right, we got to keep working with her, though. So that was the norm. And you know what I'm talking about if you know Fred. All right, thank you for that. Anything else? That's enough. Enough of me talking. Public comment. Anybody? Anybody online? TV's not on.
Nope, we have
Okay.
nobody.
Got it. approval of the minutes from December 8th, and we were all here, so if somebody can make a motion.
A motion that we approve the minutes from December 8th.
Second?
Motion by Ed, second by Sarah. Any questions, changes, abridgments? No? All in favor of approval of the minutes of December 8th, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Minutes are approved. New business. So if you guys have been through your package, there was a lot to read and some technical stuff in there on this one too. So it's interesting because as we kind of have a little bit of an evolution, something that we may be talking about on tonight, this could lead into more discussions in the future as time goes on. So I don't want to preface it with more than that because that'll make it bigger than it is right this second. But as time goes on, you're really looking at making some decisions that we're going to affect potentially some town directions as things go forward. So, Wade, go ahead and lead us off in the annexation provisions release request.
Okay, yes, we have received a request from Laura and Riley Jameson. On Bud Road, there's a 100-acre parcel. It's between Hughes Road and Bud Road. When it was annexed in 1989, part of the agreement was requiring certain things be given to the town at certain points. They're requesting a release of 3 different things, and they've satisfied one of them already. And the first one is the declaration of property. Now, this is the right-of-way property that is a roadway dedication. It's the right-of-way all around the whole property. So it's already been fulfilled. They dedicated it when they subdivided 2 one-acre parcels off. We captured it then, which is very typical of what we do. When you subdivide, we get everything that's coming to us. So that's been satisfied. There's also a stormwater area that was going to be placed there in case that area was developed at some point. There were several acres that were annexed in, and so as a whole, they looked at the whole pieces of it. Part of it, which was near Tom Fox and the elementary or the middle school, the pond was put in down there. All the infrastructure's in place, so there will not be a need for stormwater on that property. So that one can be released, and that's fine.
Okay.
The third thing they would like to release is the dedication of a well site. Niles and I have sat down with Counselor Best to discuss this, and we feel that is the best interest of the town not to release this at this time, to hold on to it. If another well was to go down, either 11, which is on the Rabanellis property not far away, or 9, which is on Bud Road, we may need to supplement our water supply with that. So giving something away that we shouldn't give away, just hold on to it. So this is before you this evening for consideration and direction. We would have the council go ahead and draw up an agreement to release the portions of it that we agree on, and then maintain the well with staff's recommendation, definitely so. Really just trying to get a consensus from you guys tonight so we can draw it up and bring it back to the next meeting.
So this ties in too, you've seen the letter that's been submitted by the Jamesons for the property.
Yeah.
And you've seen Kevin's and Wade and Niles' draft recommendations, which are not the final response, but it's staff's interpretation and direction, proposed direction, with attorney advice included. And thank you to Kevin for jumping right in, getting to know Poolesville a little bit better on this one. Just to be sure, and town staff and I have had directions on conversation on this one. So again, the declaration of property for public use, that is just concerning the easements that are required for the roads that were surrounding the property. And if I'm misspeaking on anything, let me know. And so that's been done. That's a no-brainer, and that was a concession that we would ask for. Not that any of us have been through annexation before. I don't think anybody behind this desk has. Right. So that's a standard request, and that was fulfilled for it. And the well is an interesting one, right? Once we receive the benefit of a well through a negotiation, which is what this was, then town staff's recommendation as well as the attorney's recommendation is to not relinquish that. It doesn't mean that that we're putting trying to create some sort of restriction for them. It just is not in the town's best interest to relinquish a well site that's already been attained through a negotiation. So as the time goes on with whatever they do on that property, that may come back into a discussion point again. But again, the immediate town position is that the town recommendation is to not relinquish that.
Yes, the landowner does have intent to go ahead and do something on the property, and so they may want to have it in writing. The release be for a certain portion of the property that they can do what they want to with, but still not relinquish the well site off maybe the northern or southern end, or, so it make the draft agreement we bring back from the attorney may catch that.
And if that was the case, Wade, is that going to be, I take it that we're going to have, we'll be armed with the proper, the suitable locations for a well, and then we will not be relinquishing those positions? Or is that a part of this? Or is the whole property someplace that we think we could drill a well?
That's exactly correct. Yeah.
Okay. So there's no, from our end, there's no bad place on that property necessarily to drill a well?
Exactly, yeah. We've drilled around there several different locations and hit water in several locations on around there, so.
We just haven't had to fully develop it yet.
Right, because there's interference between the two wells because they are going to be close together. So unless one went down, you wouldn't want to put one there anyway.
Okay. But that's why it's good to hold on to as a backup.
Exactly.
The backup, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right, okay, good. Thank you for that. I appreciate the clarification on it. And then back to stormwater, again, you've heard what Wade had to say about that. That is unlikely to ever be a site that has a stormwater, a professional stormwater need, something besides what Mother Nature provides.
And especially how the county does stormwater now. They require easements and things to be built and constructed, so it wouldn't even be something that we would do ourselves anyways, like we used to.
Very good. So again, the consensus to look for is, on the first part of their request is that's already done. The second part of the request is we would have no issue with that as well. In terms of the stormwater and in terms of the well, the recommendation by town staff is to not release the well site.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a consensus on that or any other further discussion needed? It's a good time to ask questions if you have them.
I appreciate the staff recommendations, and they make sense to me.
It's kind of, it's cut and dry, it's very clear.
Feels very clear, unless there's something unless there's information we don't have.
Nope, that's it. It's pretty simple. 3 requests and, 2 of them, one's fulfilled, one could be released and the other one should not be released.
And we don't blame them for asking. This is part of the process. This is, no harm done, and hopefully no harm done with us saying yay to 2 out of 3.
Yep.
So yeah, we can see everybody agrees on this.
Yes.
Okay.
So
you
I'll
have
bring back
it.
a draft agreement for us to take a look at the next meeting and potentially approve.
So yeah, something we would be voting on. So, okay, guys, very good for that. Thanks, Wade. Want to go up to the next one for us?
Sure. So we have the electronic sign displays. If you recall, we put together a plan that every January we would take a look at the type of displays that we were going to put up, have a list of them, and we stick to that no matter what. What you have is just what we did all last year, dusted it off and didn't add anything to it, but, just about every month we have something going on.
The only thing I would add to that in the discussion with town staff is that, we do tend to hit, we hit all the holidays, like the single day holidays too. And there was discussion, about, we would not miss July 4th, obviously. And there's other holidays too that we kind of, make sure that we hit. And what we don't want to get into, and we had the same discussions, this is like rehashing, just hit replay on last year. We don't want to end up having like every single day as a designated day, because you could do that. But there are definitely some important holidays. And I'm going to include Juneteenth in that I think are smart to be included in it as well. So I'd like to say that if, with the permission of the commissioners, to wash, rinse, and repeat what we did last year, as well as making sure that town staff hits those individual holidays like they have in the past. If you have any changes or corrections to that, then we're open to it.
I support that.
Yeah.
Is that a federal holiday list, or is it, what do you come up with that list?
No, really, this is primarily a month-long, that was out of the National Park Service, how they display different flags at different times. So we kind of took off that, added a few things.
Jim was asking to add Juneteenth to the list of the individual holidays. What is that list?
So we really, it's mostly federal holidays.
Federal holidays.
Yes, it is, yes.
Yeah, Juneteenth is a federal holiday too. Yeah. So the federal holidays get hit, and I think every once in a while we throw in something else that I know that we're not, that it's by our own decree, we don't take in requests afterwards, right? But we still, it's important for us to hit the holidays too.
Review annually.
Yes.
We get National Donut Day up, is that right?
No Donuts would appreciate that.
What flag do we use in November for Native American Heritage Month?
I think what we did is just find something that was
Symbolic.
Usually what we do, we just do a simple Google and you bring out the
Yeah,
one
you
that
bring up what
reflects.
is most-
Yeah.
Do you have one you want?
Well, I was just thinking it'd be really fantastic to have something that honors like the Piscataway tribe that actually resided here on this land.
There's something, we could take a look at.
Christine Ray has done a few lectures, local historian.
Yeah, let's do it. That's
Okay.
So-
If you,
And I know that they were recognized, I think, in 2013 by the state of Maryland as an official tribe. So,
We'll definitely take a look at that.
yeah, just kind of look into that. That could be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be great. It's a good idea. Very good.
The true Poolesville Indians.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I like that. Do we need, what do we need to do? Do we have to adopt it
Make a
again?
motion and approve this.
Yeah, so I need someone to make a motion to approve our 2026 annual displays as per the,
As written.
as written.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2026 annual displays for the electronic sign as written.
And as amended during this discussion
Yes.
with the
That's
Juneteenth.
during the discussion.
A
Yes.
second.
Second, thank you. I was waiting for you. Right, motion made by Brian, second by Sarah. Any other questions on that? All in favor of approval of Brian's motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? None? All right, you got your marching orders, staff. Good job. All right, very good. So staff and I talked at the beginning or end of December and tried to talk, to put a framework together of both timelines and initiatives that would make sense to us as,
Priorities.
yeah, we have January kind of set up in front of us to talk about the things that are going on, but including the budget timeline, and then just other updates, and just, I want to kind of keep a rolling list where we always have some sort of initiatives in front of us, and some we'll tackle, we won't, some will gestate on their own, and then they'll kind of point us in a direction. What I don't want to do is have that we just let not that we've done this in the past, but this is formalizes a little bit about a direction, so that we have topics on every meeting that make sense, and say we haven't tackled something for a while, that we maybe revise it and hit it again. So you see the list that's here in front of you. And January is, we know that we've actually got some pretty big goals coming up. And Wade, if you just want to go through the timeline and kind of talk about the direction that we've given on these.
Sure. So in January, where the first planning commission is going to see the new methodologies used for the water calculations for the capacity plan, that's going to be a big one. It's going to really change the way we've been looking at water allocation, much more conservative approach to it. And then once the planning commission approves it, then it comes to the commissioners. So you'll see that at our next meeting. And out of that probably will come an allocation plan, although there's not much allocation to go out at this time. We know we have a 2 or 3 year freeze on it right now with what's going on with the PFAS and the consolidation projects we have going on. So
That's a freeze?
right now it is a freeze.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen, don't get snippy about
Unless the
it.
planning commission has another recommendation. This is a discussion we're going to have.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I'm just,
but it has been that way the last 2 years. We've said, okay, because this has been allocated since 2018 over here, so.
right. Yeah, it's understood. I appreciate that.
Okay. Then we laid out all through January and February, we'll be developing the draft budget and tax rate.
And I guess the word is, not to interrupt, but I'll probably do on every one. We have to make sure that everybody, the people behind this desk, people in the audience, have to make sure they reach out to all those groups that are looking for something that's funding related from town hall.
Like any community grant.
Community grant, it's like, yes, you can fit into the low dollar community grant program, but if you're wanting to come up with something that's either new or big, or you have a specific initiative that you want to drive, like, people need to talk to us like now and start and really spend the next month kind of understanding that our budget season is our budget season. And we don't want surprises, and we want to make sure that we fund that we all have a discussion about funding the appropriate groups.
And to that point, we've reached out to Fair Access. Link said he's going to be here next, on the 20th for the Fair Access. And the Tara's going to do her next 2026 schedule for the events. I reached out to Fireworks, Scott Graham, he's not got back to me yet. Kevin Schramm from Poolesville Days not got back to me yet. Post Prom's not got back to me yet. So we've reached out in December to all these people trying to, prompt them to.
So we're not, essentially, we may not fund any of those groups. Is that what you're saying?
I really doubt that that's going to happen.
Okay.
They might not get what they want.
All right, you're right.
I talked to Kevin Schramm, and he said he planned to come on the 20th.
Oh, well,
He said, is there, what's on the agenda for today? I talked to him Saturday. He says, what's on the agenda for Monday? I was like,
You're not ready.
You said not you.
Yeah, and I did. I said, well, I could tell you, but really, why are you asking? He said,
Yeah, why are you
I
asking?
was thinking about, talking about the budget. It's like, you were. So,
I'll reach out to him again tomorrow.
yeah,
Please do. That
that's
would
on his
be-
mind at least.
That would be great.
Okay, well, good. I
And
was wondering if he got the email or he changed his email address or something. I didn't know.
He did get it, and it's on his mind.
Get it?
I had a discussion with Maggie today.
He's just ghosting you.
And I actually had a conversation with Scott Graham, and he's going to be coming and talk to us about another, as you guys know, last time he had a presentation, I think it was afterwards, that about a more community-oriented event for July 4th. And,
Well, he met with you and I, but he never made it to this board.
oh, never did, okay.
Right.
He
Right.
didn't want more money, but he.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
That's right. Yeah, we did. We were like, you're not ready yet. You need to. So anyway, he will be coming in front of us to talk about things a little bit more. But I've sent him 4 different proposals now for drone fireworks mix shows, and so they're definitely less expensive and they're pretty spectacular. So I've just asked him to explore that a little bit more. And you guys can all look it up. Just Google it and look it up. You'll see who's out there. So.
Saw one last year in New Jersey, Ocean City. That's actually better than fireworks.
Yeah.
And hopefully not as loud.
Oh, it's not loud at all. I mean, there's a buzz.
Yeah.
They make a lot of noise.
Good old hum.
But they
they're
play
not- they
they
don't
play
bang.
music too. So you get music in the mix with it. But
That's great.
anyway, so
Well,
we'll hear
I
from him.
hope it incorporates the 250th celebration as well.
It does. It has to.
I think that's really
nice.
important.
The lights can be coordinated so well, computerized wise, as opposed to fireworks.
But just think about whatever we do.
Out with it and everything. So,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Very cool.
But what if there's no smoke? How will we keep the bugs down? All right. Anyway, go ahead. No more joke opportunities. Keep it rolling.
So we take a look at the 2026 budget timeline, and we always have our annual kickoff budget work session on a Saturday. I've outlined the 7th to the 14th, so you guys can check your schedules and let me know what's going to be the best day for you there. And then we go through our regular process of.
Hang on. Next meeting, we'll decide that date. So everybody look at your calendars. Be prepared to talk next meeting about it. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's fine. So then we do our introduction, public presentations. We have a certain timeline by code, at least 15, not more than 30 days. We have to have a public hearing, and then after that, there's 15, 30 days again for the adoption of it. So around May 4th, it looks like we'll be able to adopt the budget this year.
Okay. Preview. What's going to be our big ticket? What's going to happen that we have to? What's the unexpected that you're working on?
We need to, and we really want to have all the information going into it, but really how these loans are going to impact us, what kind of interest rate we're going to get for the westerly loan. Replacing those water lines, that's going to be fairly expensive, so $2.8 million loan, hoping around 2% interest on it. And we have to talk about the terms. We wanted 30, you can go to 40 years, so these all be discussions we're going to have, and that'll be a chunk out of the budget that we've not had, for an annual
Right.
basis for a while, even though we paid all our debt service down, so it will impact us.
Time for more debt. It's good. That's all right.
No, we
That's how
try
you get
not to
things
have
done.
much debt.
Right.
Wait, on that point, we've not suffered really economically.
No.
Do you think that's a possible black swan?
No.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Preliminary numbers.
I'll quote you on that.
Stocks are going up tomorrow.
That's right.
Town manager was optimistic. Let's go with that. Okay, got it. Thanks, Wade, for that. Any questions, just before we get into that, any questions about the budget? You guys have all been through one session.
Yep.
You two have been through one, and we've been through several, so I think everybody knows what to expect. And I appreciate the heads up on putting you on the spot on what's going to be out there. That's indeed, having those loans, that's going to be something that we will have to talk about, so. Okay, very good.
Then we have the flag design that we're working on.
Niles, update.
Update on that.
Give it to us.
Yep. So we had another meeting today. We had more discussion about a preliminary sort of design that the committee's come up. But what we're going to do tomorrow, we'll issue an RFP for a graphic designer to come in and kind of professionally sort of take the ideas that have been developed so far and give us some options. And then we worked on a timeline for that graphic designer to get around that May timeframe to have something to the commissioners.
So where's the RFP going to go out to?
We have a couple of people that we know of as graphic designers that people like Tom and others have worked with in the past. And then if there's other interested parties, it will be on our website and things like that. So,
You guys let us know when that RFP's goes out.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, send a note to us if you don't mind. I have a couple people too, but I
Yeah.
just want, it's important that we get some
Many-
eyeballs on it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Again.
So code revisions this year, we're going to be looking at, I know Brian wants to get this cultural arts district to the, on paper and adopted, so that's something we're really pushing for. In general, Attorney Best has taken a look at all in our code in general, we need to update and maintain. One of the things that we talked about was solar uses in the zoning. Right now, we actually prohibit off-site consumption of solar. Solar's allowed, but it has to be on-site consumption. We prohibit it being off-site. Maryland state law says you can no longer do that. You have to have a zone somewhere that is allowed. So that's something we'll be tackling. planning.
Zone somewhere within our town limits, that off-site solar.
Yeah.
Must be allowed.
Allowed. Was noted.
Accessory dwelling units is another one the state has that we need to adopt into our code, update it also, because they're required now that you have it in your code. So
Yeah.
we're trying to wrap our heads
Yeah,
around.
I had a good conversation with the state planning department about what they're sort of suggesting. They're going to come out later this month with a model ordinance for us to take a look at. So we'll take a look at it and see and present it to the planning commission, kind of see what they want to do and how they want to take it. But there's there's certain requirements about how we can't. It's basically by right in single-family lots, and there's certain provisions around that. So working through those particulars will be one of those things that we'll be coming up with over the next couple of meetings. So we'll touch about that this meeting and then more in the future.
I know that's not going to be popular, but I can't tell you how many people have asked. That's going to be a topic for us. Well, just go back real quick to the solar zoning. Is there a timeline that we have to adopt the states to create make decisions and adopt?
I don't think there's a specific timeline that we have to do it in, but if someone comes up and wants to do it, which we believe there's an individual going to apply for it, that they could force our hand, and we want to make sure that we are doing our due diligence to say, okay, this is where we want it.
Yeah.
Right, and this,
We have to have it
prepared.
within town limits.
Yes.
And so that
you have
doesn't
to
mean,
designate
Like a
an area.
community solar,
oh, it does have to be community.
it is, well, that's one type, but yes.
Example.
Most of them are community solars.
Yeah, for offsite use.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe somebody could just buy some land and put their off-site units where they bought their land.
I think that would, but there's not many people out there that can have the capital that want to do that.
So that's-
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
And even more so in our town with our limitations in terms of property size. So, we're only dealing with what's in town. And so that's going to go through our traditional model, right through the planning, town staff, planning commission acts their way through it, comes to
Hearings,
commissioners.
the whole 9 yards.
So this may be by this is like by the end of the year type thing? This time
I
goes
think
on,
it'll be
or-
a faster track than that.
Okay.
It's pretty cut and dried and simple.
Well, yeah, we don't have many options.
That's kind of the thing.
Right.
right?
So, okay. Very good. We'll let you guys do your thing and then we'll figure it out after you get done.
Accessory dwelling units are a little bit more tricky because we're trying to figure out how do we get the, water,
Yeah.
the infrastructure and stuff, how does that play into it? Because only certain things can impact it, whether you can not allow it.
Yeah, and that was one of the specific questions I asked the state about, and they gave some direction there. So we'll put that together with what they are doing as the draft ordinance as a starting point for that discussion. And in that case, for that piece of legislation, we are required to have something in our code book by October 1st of '26.
Wow, that's right around the corner.
Yep.
So, on top of that, then I can't wait to see how how this corresponds to our allocation process, additional use, all that. That's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
So
So
how many other, I'm curious to know how many other municipalities in Montgomery County have run their own water and sewer.
basically, only us, basically, because while Rockville does have its own water treatment plant, and so does have to deal with their capacity, for some of their town residents, the older part of Rockville,
Yes.
right downtown.
Yeah.
The rest is on WSSC.
WSSC, right?
So
Which apparently has unlimited capacity.
Oh, it's a,
It appears so, huh?
it is, yes, it is a pretty big capacity that they have using the Potomac. But essentially it's just us, because the way Rockville does their planning for things like water, they always have the option of utilizing WSSC even for their own capacity. So it's not quite the same.
I love this. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plans out. But this, guys, this is a good topic.
We're in a very different situation.
Yeah, we're totally different situations. So and this is interesting, and it's also too. I mean, there's some significant resident demand that's interested in it, just for the same reasons that they're interested in Down County, not just to alleviate to the housing shortage, but also just because by the nature of who we are. So, good luck, guys. That has to be out by October 1st.
October 1st.
Dang, it's not next year.
Yep.
December 1st, you said?
Yeah, December 1st. All right, that's good. Thanks, Wade.
This year's also election year. Two seats will be up this year.
Anybody else declaring besides me?
I will still be running again.
Oh, there's a big thing. All right.
I support you.
Good job. Good job.
Got my vote.
Very good. Okay, I'm wavering. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not wavering. All right, very good. So thank you for that.
Don't listen to your wavering.
watching.
You're wavering on wavering.
Wavering on wavering? No, I'm not wavering. I'm wavering.
Then we have several projects that we're working on for streetscape. This is kind of like mixed into the manager's report too, so it's,
It's fine. Just keep it going. That's why we're here.
so there will be some minor adjustments to it. The engineering firm right now is actually drawing them up. They want to potentially reduce some of the bump outs that we talked about, and they're going to come to the planning commission and talk to you guys about it, but maybe putting a bike lane on both sides of the roads rather than just one side of the road. Everyone likes to have it. Otherwise, it'd be a waiver process. So will it all fit? We don't know that yet. So this is,
Yeah, I had a meeting just before the holidays with the engineering firm, and they just presented a rough idea of what they're trying to accommodate because of the existing curb lines and what can be accommodated all in the right of way. And so I told them, and Wade and I had a conversation about this, to sort of give us a sense of what they're actually proposing on paper, and then we can have that discussion with the planning commission of this is what they're trying to do, this is their reasoning, and then we can work back that way. But none of it is.
we had a talk with John today. Everybody looked
Yeah.
into the plan, and we're not crazy about it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I don't know how it's all going to. Yes, because down by the CVS, they want to jump it up on the sidewalk, make that an 8-foot sidewalk as part of the bike lane, which, no.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's going to work out. I think the road is wide enough that they can make other alternative things, because it's double lanes going around the corner.
Sure.
So, I don't know. We don't have the details yet. It was just something, they took a magic marker and drew it on certain.
Yeah. They literally showed me on the screen, and I was like, well, you're going to have to show us.
Something a little better than that, more
So, yeah.
formal.
So then, two things on that. One is that obviously, everybody's working through the plan. Appreciate your stewardship on all of it. We talked about in our meeting. We talked about the stormwater at Wooten Woods at the older new townhouses, and that is an area where they thought that money could be potentially conserved.
That would make sense, to not have the bios retention areas there and extend the bike lane all the way to the corner.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
For that part of it.
Because I just, when walking past there the other day, I mean, we have so many stormwater openings along that
Yeah.
stretch there. It's
And-
like,
And part of that is when the plan was developed, that piece of property hadn't been completed yet. So it was sort of planning on what it could potentially
yeah,
be.
2016, 2017.
and not
we
what
were-
it-
2015, we were completing those.
Yeah.
Or they were
In-
on paper
Yeah,
to some degree. Okay.
exactly. So part of it is looking at it now with what is there. So that was the part that made sense, and also things at the other end made sense as well. But there's a couple of specific.
Yes, they do want to push for a crosswalk from Stony Springs to the pool. And we've been turned down 2 or 3 times from the county yet, but they think they,
Great if they can do it.
I said, fine, yeah.
Yep.
They have the one they, Niles, we talked about this the other day, the one they have proposed looks like it could work. I mean, I can't imagine why they would turn it down, but you never know.
Yeah.
Also, too, you know, just for, and I've been, in every conversation I have with Wade and Niles, I'm like, you guys, we will be ripping the Band-Aid. Our residents think we've already ripped the Band-Aid off by all the developments that are going on. But the ultra
Wait till the
ripping,
roads are ripped
I'd say the ultra ripping of the Band-Aid, that's going to be like sawing somebody's cast off. And I just want to make sure that that we're planning on still building the traffic circle, the roundabout at the same time. If we're going to be doing all this, and especially down on that end, because I know they're talking about you guys are talking about revisions down on that side, that we just have to stay steadfast in that.
Yeah, I think that's a solid,
Yeah.
yes. They've done the surveying on it, they know it'll work.
They know it will work, yeah, it's just
Funding?
getting it all, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm still saying it.
Well, so we have a little over $5 million, $4 million in the grant monies, and then we have $1 million of our own towards it, so you won't know until you open the bids, and prices are sometimes crazy, and sometimes, it's hard to say.
Surprisingly good, too. We've had some good pricing. Okay, thank you for that. I just say it in front of the group, just like I say it in front of you guys.
So we have our PFAS treatment consolidation program. We're actually developing those plans right now, getting the surveys done. That also is a $5 million, that's a $5 million grant.
Correct, yeah.
Received for that one. And it's going to take probably 3 years before we can get that program rolling. So it takes quite a while just to get all the surveying done and putting together the spec packages and everything and have the state approve it. So we are working on that. We finalized all the water appropriation permits. Kathy Mims submitted those. Not sure how long MDE will take to approve them. We actually went a little further than, there were some wells that were on the borderline of some watersheds. And we talked about some watersheds were over allocated. And so, not that we're challenging this, but we have better data now with GIS systems and everything, that we know exactly where the watershed line is. We know exactly where the wellheads are. And some of them are not in the watersheds that MDE had appropriated them in. And it may create a better water balance for us in the end. So we'll have to see how it comes out when they do it. But we're not asking for any additional appropriation. It's still 650,000 gallons per day and just renewing the permit.
Is there a chance that that permit would be reduced?
In conversations with MDE, they said no.
Okay, that's good.
Because it's based on, your population and everything like that. So, yeah, it's not likely that would ever happen.
I mean, that would be the nightmare scenario is gain residents and lose permit capacity, but they have not. I wonder if they've done that, who they've done that for, if anybody.
I don't think
Yeah.
reduction in that allocations would ever occur.
Okay, good. All right, thank you for saying that publicly.
But one thing that will, sure, one thing that will lead us into also is, we put a item in the budget last year for well exploration. And once we find out, okay, well, we have some capacity available theoretically in some of these watersheds, we'll know where we can start doing some of our searches. Or do we have to go outside of town limits? I think that's something that we'll be looking at this year also.
As per Kathy's recommendations in our water summits earlier in 2025.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see, we're putting together a paving package. I think we were talking about it today. We're doing Coalhouse and several other roads. We were slated to do some roads in Westerly, but since we're going to do the Westerly water lines, we're canceling those and going to do other sections of town for right now. So every 2 years, we spend about $800,000 on road repaving projects. So we'll be doing that this year. And then there's the lobbying efforts that you have there, and I'm sure this is ever changing and growing with all the things you guys do. With White's Ferry, the community center, pool bubble, rural rustic roads program, the turf fields. So
I'll probably.
Yeah, I would just add to that, public transportation and access to healthcare.
Pedestrian safety. I'm going to continue with Linda, working with her on her bill that she's proposed.
So what I propose in terms of the lobbying efforts, I mean, I don't want to step on Fair Access toes, but obviously the commissioners in Fair Access have worked together hand in hand since the beginning on purpose. And so we just need to make sure that we all stay on the same page and we keep the hot button issues up near the top. And that all of us every one of us can work on things either individually or collectively You can own certain things, and I know that Brian and Alan have taken a more interest in the rural rustic road improvements. That's absolutely appropriate and important to do actually from a commissioner level, again, working with FAC. And I think that if the commissioners saw something else that, and also too, I do want to say that, town staff, of course, is integral to all this too. You guys are our backbone on a lot of these things that we're doing. But if you see if you have another initiative that we all can continue to talk to see what needs to bubble up to the top. And pushing the initiatives that we already have in play. There will be new ones that come into play as well. And then we just, this list can grow or shrink as things get accomplished. We want to kind of keep an active list going to make sure that we have a direction and that anybody can talk to town staff about how we can be more proactive and effective on the things that we're working on. So I just want, my walkway is, and one of the reasons why we talked about creating this list was the list needs to stay active.
Right it?
I'm going to tell you guys a funniest story that I was back before when I was an early commissioner. We had some project that we wanted to spend big money on. And I went into Wade's office. Miles was probably a little kid then. I went in Wade's office. I said, we need to frickin' postpone paving for 1 year. And we need to take that 800, I think it was 700,000 then. I said, we need to take that $700,000 and put it into this project. None of our roads are that bad. We need to take this 700, it's 1 year postponement. It's gaining $700,000 to spend on it. I can't remember, I think John Strong tried to throw me out of the office when he did it. He goes, every single road, we wait till, not the last minute, but we wait till the appropriate time to get it done. And then it costs more if we don't do it when we do it then. So, it's a big chunk of change that we spend on maintaining our roads. And we don't take adding roads lightly to it. We build subdivisions. Those things, road costs come into play. But anyway, so if any of you all were thinking that that's just some money that could be postponed, already been there, almost got thrown out of the office, and it's probably not.
Well, in addition to that, we do receive highway user funds, and we have to prove that we're spending the highway user funds on roadways and sidewalks and different things like that too, so.
Right, there you go. Yeah, that's another reason why you told me. All right, very good. Thank you. You town manager report, did you cover everything already or not?
Yeah, I do believe. Do you want to talk about your flag committee?
I think I did that update
Yeah.
what you're doing there.
You covered Yep.
I was trying to think, there's something else that popped up in my head, but it's probably not important now.
That's it? All right, guys, any other topics for us? I covered a lot of bases, set the tone for January for 2026. Anything else?
I think I had my local government advisory committee meeting next Monday. It's my first one that I was appointed by Brooke Learman. So
Cool,
I
good.
get to see and get to dial into the state levels of budgets.
You gonna bring your spreadsheets?
I could.
Do your Poolesville?
I'm a data guy.
You gonna
They're
bring-
in trouble. So
And make sure they're still talking to us when it's all.
they
over.
will.
Okay.
Come on
good.
now.
Yeah,
Jim.
I know better than that.
Yep.
All right, anything else for anybody else?
I think we're good.
All right, motion. Somebody needs a
Make a
motion.
motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second is motion.
Alan, tied for second with Brian and Ed for second.
Brian can have it.
Brian's got it. All in favor of adjournment, please say aye. Aye. Motion's carried. We are adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Neil, congratulations.